It is so good to be seen, to be fully seen, known, recognized, understood. Hi, I'm Dr. Bertice Berry, and I want to tell you a story. So I'm working on a project, and some friends are here working on this project with me. And they are brilliant, talented, like beyond, and amazing. And so they're staying, some of them are staying here with me. And so last night they said, "We want to go in your sewing room." And I was like, "Well, go ahead." So they go in the sewing room and you can hear them like, "Oh my God, oh my God, oh my God, oh my God." So then they come down and they're like laughing and they're like joyful and they're happy. And they say, "Your sewing room is like a designer's dream. It is unreal. The textiles, the fabrics, the things." And I was like, "Well, I feel pretty cool about it, but I just started sewing so many years ago and I love textiles." So they were like, "Yeah, yeah, yeah." So they're giggling. They're so we got to see in your closet. And I was like, "Go ahead." So they go in my closet and I'm on the phone, so I'm not paying any, but I can hear all these oohs and ahs and oh my. And then they stick their head out and they're like, "Do you mind if we try on your stuff?" And I'm like, "Go ahead." And they're like, "Oh my God." And I'm thinking, who would even care? But they opened the door and they were like, "Whoa." And I was like, "Yeah, we call that closet Narnia." So they're like going on and on about how amazing everything is and how wonderful. So I can hear them a little bit, I'm on the line, but I can hear them. And then they say, "Who is she? Like, how does she do this stuff without a pattern, without knowing? Like, what?" So they came out, and they're giddy and they trying on stuff and, doing the thing. They come out and they say, "You know, we thought we knew you, but now we know that you're like on a whole nother level." And I was like, "What do you mean?" And they said, "You just like kind of imagine a thing, you saw this thing, you did this thing, you go into a trance." They're like, "We're looking at this stuff." And one of them is the child of a seamstress and knows like design and the whole thing. And so they say, "You're not supposed to, like, this is not easy work that you did. None of this is easy. You're like, how did you do this?" And I was like, "This came to me. I figured it had to be done. I see dead people. They kind of help me." And they're laughing. And they're like, "It's otherworldly." And so it makes sense that this project is otherworldly because you really are. It was a lot to take in. So I kind of sat with it. And I feel it about myself, but to have others affirm it and see it through the sewing, which is one of the newest things I've done, right? Um, what's clear to me is that if you're not dead, you really are not done. And too often we stop at the worry and the confusion and the stuff and we just don't dive in. And I guess what I really want to say, you need people to reflect back to you how amazing you are, because you are, whether you know it or not, you really are. But you also, to create that amazing, is you have to give yourself permission to dive in and spend a whole lot less time with the stuff that doesn't affirm that dive. I hope I'm making some sense to somebody. I love you. I'm going back to work today, and this is gonna be even better. I love you.